So I want to know if everybody's prepared for this new industry that could potentially revitalize the country, our provinces, our nation. And this is a brand new industry since somebody's invented the double double. And guess what it is? It's mass deportations, folks.
Oh, look at that. Grab your popcorn, folks, because welcome back to Social Civics 101, class number 3. Since you're still sitting in that chair, wearing your Alberta hoodie, posing in front of a Métis sash, and regurgitating the exact same tired talking points as the orange Oompa Loompa south of the border, it's time we finally pull back the curtain on this circus. Let's start with your script. Do you actually have an original thought in your head, or did you just copy-paste your entire platform straight out of a Trump rally transcript? Blame immigrants for stubbing your toe? Check. Pretend mass deportations are an economic miracle? Check. Scream, "Take our country back," while wearing cheap political swag? Double check. You're literally parading around like a dollar store knockoff of American populist rage, completely oblivious to what actually happens when people try this. You want to see what mass deportations do? Just look south. Look at American agriculture. Fields of crops rotting in the ground because there's nobody to harvest them. Look at rural U.S. hospitals shutting down because they can't keep staff. Mass deportation doesn't fix a country. It obliterates the economy. You keep whining that deporting millions of migrants will magically save healthcare and fix wait times. Are you completely out of your mind? Since you're sitting right there in Alberta, I double-dog dare you to walk into any hospital in Calgary or Edmonton. Find a local nurse who's working a 16-hour shift and ask her who's destroying healthcare in your province. Spoiler alert, she won't blame immigrants. She'll tell you the system is being starved by provincial management and that migrant workers are the only reason the doors are still open. Let's look at real life for 5 seconds. 1 in 4 healthcare workers in Canada is an immigrant. 37% of all doctors in this country were born somewhere else. 25% of registered nurses are immigrants. Over 42% of personal support workers and nurse aides holding long-term care facilities together are migrants. If your brain-dead mass deportation fantasy actually happened tomorrow, our healthcare system wouldn't have shorter wait times. It would instantly collapse. You wouldn't get a faster brain replacement. There wouldn't be a surgeon in the room to operate on you. You wouldn't get a family doctor. Half the clinics in the province would lock their doors. Migrants aren't ruining healthcare. They are literally the only reason you can still get an IV plugged into your arm. You are blaming the exact same people who are saving this country, day in and day out. And let's talk about the absolute most shameful part of your entire setup. As a Native person, it is shameful that you are taking our symbols and putting them in the background of your racist videos. You have absolutely zero right to use Native symbols, sashes, and Indigenous heritage as props to push your hateful, anti-immigrant takes. Your own ancestors came over on boats, displaced First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples, and took over the land. The sheer, unadulterated audacity of a settler descendant sitting in front of a Métis sash, pointing at brand new newcomers, and screaming, "They're taking over our culture," is peak amnesia. It's not just embarrassing and deeply disrespectful to Indigenous people. It's pure, textbook xenophobia. And finally, a quick refresher on basic 9th grade Canadian government. Healthcare is a provincial responsibility under Section 92 of the Constitution Act. Blaming immigration numbers because your provincial government mismanaged hospital budgets and nurse pay is proof that you fundamentally do not understand how your own country functions. Class dismissed. Stop copying American political brain rot. Stop using Native symbols to hide your ugly takes. Stop blaming the very people keeping your local ER open. And go open a social studies textbook for once in your life. I really hope I don't have to fucking do a 4th video about how you're failing social civics class.